Hello, welcome back. Today, let's make a fidget toy. A Mobius, you might know it as a Mobius. So keep all the little ones entertained. So there's one, here's two. We're gonna do one in blue. You see, there's no beginning and no end. You just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. All right, so a fidget toy, Mobius. Super easy. Scrap paper in case you need one. Cup of coffee because we always need one. So I have a worsted weight yarn, scrap yarn, have it in a bowl here. And I'm using an eye hook. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to make a slip knot. And if you're not sure on how to make a slip knot, you can check back in my Crochet With Me playlist. I have all kinds of videos over there. So we're going to chain, we're going to make it a little larger than this one, just a little bit larger. We're going to chain 12 loose. And again, I'm using an eye hook. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to skip the first one. So essentially we're going to have 11 stitches. And what we're going to do is crochet in the back. Generally, we would crochet. Let me show you. Okay, so hopefully you can see. Generally, I'm just moving my crochet line out of the way for right now. Generally, we would crochet in that portion of our stitch, but we are going to go in the back and we are going to crochet in all of those little rip spots right there. Skipping the first one, we are going to the second one. And again, we are going to have 11 of these. You don't want it too tight, so be nice and loose. I have my yarn in a bowl because I have a dog and long hair, so that way I won't crochet Lagartha's hair in it or mine. Some people like to use a bag. Oops, we're almost there, just a couple more. It's this first one is always touchy. But if you keep your stitches nice and loose, it'll be so much easier. All right, I'm going to grab a piece of yarn as a stitch marker. I have a piece of green yarn here. I am going to put it in my first stitch. It'll be easier if you mark that first stitch. All right. Now, generally, we would, if we're going to join, we would join at our stitch marker right there. But because we are making a Mobius and we don't want a beginning or an end, let me move that out of the way. We are going to turn it instead of, so bring it around, but where am I at? instead of crocheting there, we're going to 180 degree or flip it, however you want to say it. So instead of it being on the top, we're going to flip it. So now it's twisted. And we are going to join in the bottom of our crochet marker stitch. Here we go. Join with a slip stitch, chain 3. That'll be our first double crochet. I should have crocheted that tail in. I might be able to do it from here. So we are going to, sorry if I'm confusing you, we're going to put 4 double crochets in the same single stitch. And I'm going to crochet that tail in. So I'm going to put 4 double crochets in the same stitch where my 3 single crochets are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should have a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to keep crocheting my tail in. What we're going to do is continue. And we are working on the bottom portion. So 5. In the next stitch, don't skip any. In the next stitch, 5 double crochets. I got to find my stitch. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even in view. 5. Hopefully I've been in view. All right, I'm going to get rid of this little tail here. And this is what our project is looking like. And what we're going to do is we're going to crochet 5 double crochets in every single stitch around. So I'll do one more with you guys and put you on pause. Going to the next stitch, 5 double crochets. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, and 5. Now you could use a different size hook. I'm going to the next stitch. You can use a different size hook. Oh my goodness, that one's difficult. You could probably use a J hook with the same amount of double crochets. 1. You could probably do a 4 double crochet. It just wouldn't be as foofy. 2, 3, 4, one more, 5, and that's what we're looking like. All right, I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'll meet you when we get back to our very last stitch. We should, if you did a crochet of 12, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 more to go. So I'll meet you back here when we get to our last one. All right, I am at my last stitch, and I have put 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in so far. I'm going to do one more. All right, that was my very last one. And your project should look like this, with our stitch markers still down here on the bottom. What we're going to do now is we're going to join at the stitch marker. So grab your stitch marker, that stitch, and you're going to push it up through. So now it is on top, just like that. And that's where we're going to join. Slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You can go ahead and remove that. And we're going to put 4 more double crochets in the same spot. That'll give us 5. So there's 2 double crochets, 3, 4. For a total of 5 with our chain 3. We're going to continue in the same procedure. We're going to put 5 double crochets in every single stitch around. This side will be much easier. And 5. Going on to your next one. 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue on with the next one. I hope I'm not confusing you. So we're on the other side again, where our stitch marker was, and you can see every individual stitch. We just did that one, and we're going to work into this one, moving the lower portion of the Mobius out of the way, just so I can show you. We will be working in this one next, and then this one, working our way all the way around. Whoops, I need that. Did I have 5 in that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Next one. So, you know, these are great in the car, traveling with kids. Maybe you have an older relative you look after. Maybe they need to keep their hands busy, mobility-wise. These things are awesome. I lost count again. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to continue all the way around until I get to my last one, you guys. So again, this is going to be my next one, and I'll be back. I have 1 more to go. Maybe 2. Maybe 2 in there. All right, we'll do these together. Three, 4, 1 more. These do not take a lot of yarn. So you could actually, I think I have another one in there. You could use scrap yarn. One. Use what you have. Again, this project is perfect for scraps. 3, 4. Whoopsie, I messed that one up. 3, 4, 5. Make sure I have them. I'm going to look and make sure I have them all completed. And let me keep looking to make sure I got all my stitches completed. I don't believe I have any more there. So we're going to slip stitch into chain 3, your third chain of your first chain 3. We're going to slip stitch in that one. If I can get it in there. That's our join. All right. Now, slip stitch every stitch around. It's going to enforce the edges, and they're not going to fray and get fuzzy, you know what I mean? Get little fuzzy fray on it. So we're just going to slip stitch every single stitch. This would be a great time to use a different color if you wanted. Oops. Yeah, get creative, get colorful. Again, I'm just using scraps that I had. So I'm going to finish slip stitching every single one all the way around, and I'll be back when I'm done. All right, now I'm getting to the part to another twist, which has a chain 3. You do not want to skip all of them, because if you might get to the part where you're like, oh, I'm back to my slip stitch already. That was fast. And then you're like, well, those look different. Make sure you pull it up through the hole. You'll find your chain 3, slip stitch, and then slip stitch all those other ones on that side. Don't forget the other side. Our beginning chain 12 determines the size of the hole. Now, if you wanted a smaller hole, you could do 7 or 8, you know, whatever, however many you want. Your preference. This is 8 single crochet chain instead of 12. Just keep going and pulling your project up through the hole. Until you have completed every double crochet. And we're getting close to coming back. Just keep pulling it through. This will keep little hands busy. We have other patterns to do as well. I just thought I had a little bit of free time this morning and that we would do this together. So if you're new to the channel, first time viewer, new subscriber, welcome. I'm Grandma GAINZ. This is Bohippianlife. I am a reselling grandma on multiple platforms. We do all kinds of stuff. Not only am I a reseller, we crochet, we work out, we cook, we do all sorts of things. But I like to show you here we go, we're getting close. You can, whatever you crochet, you can sell. You can sell your products or projects, items, however you want to describe what you're making. People love homemade crochet, handcrafted. People love that stuff. Alrighty, and slip stitch that one, and find the beginning. Here it is. Just gonna find the very beginning and slip stitch to it. Here we go. You'll find that beginning chain and just slip stitch to it. Fasten off. Chain one, give yourself a little tail. We will hide that. And now from here, your Mobius is a continuous ring. Minus my string I have to hide. Again, like I said, your beginning chain determines how large this center hole is. It's like a hair tie you can never put back to normal. You just keep pulling and pulling. They're really adorable. They work quite nice. A great way to keep people entertained again while you are traveling or anything. Here are my smaller ones. These are the same exact hook size. There's just less beginning chain. So my beginning chain was 8. It's much smaller and tighter. So you can make them as small as you want. Just keep pulling them up through. Or as large as you want. Now again, I'm going to hide this. I'm just going to bring it down. Pick a few stitches to hide it in. Hopefully. Here we go. Once you feel it's good enough, you can go back up a couple if you would like. That way it kind of secures it better. Some people prefer to use a tapestry needle. I just don't have it here with me at the moment. Go ahead and get rid of that. And again, you guys, I always save these little pieces of scrap. Where'd my green one go? And I put it out on, they put them out on the tree for the birds, so they can add them to their nests and stuff like that. So if that's, you know, if you've been throwing your scraps away, maybe you want to start saving them and, you know, just draping them on your tree. Find a tree that your birds like. You know, maybe they have a favorite nesting tree. I have a pine tree and a pussy willow tree that we put them in, and also some of the hanging baskets, the flower baskets. Yeah, so anything, really, anything. So again, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Mobius, aka fidget toy. I'd love to see what you create. Yeah, so I'd love to see what you create. If you make something, go ahead and tag me in it. You know, leave me a comment, send me a video, send me a picture on social media. I would love it, you guys. If you like this type of content, please give my video a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out my membership levels. But most important, you guys, I hope you have the best day ever. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, happy hooking.